Caitlin Clark has done it again. She set Europe on fire and left WNBA fans absolutely stunned. What does her move overseas mean for the future of women's basketball? And why is everyone talking about her jaw-dropping European debut? Stay tuned, because what we're about to dive into will change the game forever. Caitlin Clark is no stranger to making headlines, but this time, her story is rewriting the entire landscape of women's basketball. From the NCAA to the WNBA and now to Europe, Clark's dominance knows no bounds. Her first day in the European League has sent shockwaves across the basketball world, and WNBA fans are still trying to wrap their heads around it. Clark isn't just any player, she's a generational talent. The way she plays, her court vision, her lethal three-point shooting, and her unmatched competitiveness make her stand out. And now, Europe gets to witness it firsthand. But here's the kicker. The WNBA let this icon slip away. Why? The WNBA, in all its talk of promoting stars, failed to keep its biggest rising talent. Fans who adored Clark's electrifying performances are now left disappointed, asking how the league managed to lose such a phenomenal player. It's not just a loss for her team, but a setback for the entire league. In her first game in Europe, Caitlin wasted no time reminding everyone why she's the most talked about player in the sport. She lit up the court with her signature deep threes, no-look passes, and fearless drives to the hoop. But the crowd, they went wild. Her presence in Europe is being hailed as nothing short of historic. The sheer energy and excitement around her debut were palpable, not just in the arena, but across social media too. While the European fans are beyond thrilled, WNBA supporters back home are left questioning, how could they let this happen? Caitlin Clark wasn't just another player, she was the future. Yet, instead of leading the charge for the WNBA's next chapter, she's making waves across the Atlantic. The WNBA has been facing challenges for years, dwindling viewership, lackluster marketing, and players voicing their frustrations. Caitlin Clark was supposed to be the league's answer to all of this. A shining beacon that could attract new fans, boost ratings, and put women's basketball on the map in ways the league had only dreamed of. But instead of building a system that retained its top talent, the WNBA let Caitlin go. Critics are pointing to poor financial management, outdated league structures, and a lack of investment in players like Clark. And now, Europe is reaping the rewards of what could have been the WNBA's most valuable asset. What's happening in Europe right now is a full-blown Caitlin Clark mania. She's not just a basketball player there, she's a phenomenon. Merchandise is flying off the shelves, tickets are being sold out in record time, and her face is plastered on billboards from Barcelona to Paris. The excitement surrounding her is something the WNBA could have only dreamed of. For years, the WNBA struggled to capture the same kind of global attention the NBA enjoys. And now, with Caitlin Clark lighting up European courts, it's become clear the WNBA lost its best chance to break into that global market. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The WNBA likes to pride itself on being progressive and forward-thinking, but when it comes to retaining top-tier talent, they failed. Players like Caitlin Clark are not just athletes, they're brands. And yet, the WNBA has consistently shown a lack of foresight in treating its players like the superstars they are. While the WNBA has been busy playing catch-up, Europe has recognized Clark's worth immediately. Instead of forcing her into a system that undervalued her contributions, Europe welcomed her with open arms and endless opportunities. For years, the WNBA has struggled with its image, trying to push diversity and inclusion, but ultimately, it's clear that those initiatives were just surface level. The real problem lies in the league's inability to capitalize on the raw talent it already has. And Caitlin Clark's departure is proof that something is seriously broken. The WNBA can't afford to lose players like Caitlin Clark and expect to remain relevant. Fans are already voicing their frustrations, and there's a growing sentiment that the league needs a complete overhaul, financially, structurally, and culturally. With Europe now viable and, frankly, more lucrative option for top talent, the WNBA is at a crossroads. The league has been criticized for years for underpaying its players and failing to market them effectively. With Clark gone, those criticisms have only intensified. How will the WNBA respond? Will they double down on the same mistakes, or will they finally wake up and realize they need to change the way they operate? Caitlin Clark's first day in the European League wasn't just a game, it was a statement. A statement that the WNBA missed out on something monumental. While European fans are basking in the glow of having one of the greatest basketball players of this generation, WNBA fans are left wondering, what could have been? This isn't just about basketball, it's about the future of women's sports. Caitlin Clark is leading the charge, and as she continues to dominate in Europe, the WNBA will need to face the consequences of its biggest misstep yet. If you're as shocked as we are about Clark's groundbreaking move, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates. We'll be following Caitlin's journey every step of the way, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.